The year is 2020 BC, and somewhere on the streets of ancient Egypt, two Channel 10 weather presenters are walking by, minding their own business, when one of them decides to ask the other how they're feeling. Passers-by on the street stop dead in their tracks as they observe these two useless members of society have what is the world's very first conversation. But it wasn't the last, as we'll find out in tonight's episode of Where... It seems almost unbelievable to you and I that conversations haven't existed since man could first speak. But it's true, I promise. There are no recordings of any other conversation ever happening before this moment. This particular conversation was recorded by a famous writer of the time called Brendan Mentuhotep. He recorded it in his book, And Another Thing, and it goes thusly. Hello. Hello. How are you? I'm good, thanks. How are you? I've been better. I'm all right. You sure? It doesn't sound great. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just a work thing. Don't even worry about it. Are you sure? I'm happy. No, don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's not even a thing. All right. Yes. Well, ciao. This conversation made waves throughout the civilized world, making way for conversations of all shapes and sizes. Now, 4,040 years later, we all go about and do conversations whenever we want. But how do they work? Today, to talk about conversations, I'll be having a conversation with Dr. Conlaryngitis, Professor of Conversations at the University of Litigious Constipation. We will be monitoring today's conversation with a machine the Professor built himself, called the Friendship Machine. It works like so. Two measuring pads are attached to each participant of the conversation. One pad is attached to an eye, and the other is attached to a nipple. These discrete pads allow for any conversation to continue as normal. To calibrate the machine, the two participants count to 3 and then see who can poo in a cup first. We've already done this. So, Doctor, can you take us through the machine?
Yes, I can. It's very simple. The biometric data received from the discrete pads on our bodies is processed in the machine, at which point it's fed through a series of algorithms, then a series of processes, then a process of more serious algorithms, at which point the machine picks an image from a database of clip art and my own personal acting headshots, which it feels best depicts the vibe of the conversation. Here's one now.
Right, is there a way to interpret this?
Well, science is still unsure of how to interpret the images, but what we have been doing is bringing in art theorists to look at and decipher its interpretation.
Oh, do we have one here with us now?
I didn't know I had to bring one.
I suppose we didn't ask. Is there a way you can interpret this image?
Well, it's not my field of expertise, but it strikes me as a plane 2 conversation.
Plane 2?
That's what I said, yes.
What is plane 2 in reference of?
Oh, sorry. There are 13 planes of conversation. The lower levels indicate a normal conversation, such as this one, but the higher levels of conversation indicate a greater depth of interconnectivity between the participants. Some say that those who have a conversation at plane 13 barely even speak. They are able to interconnect with each other and talk beyond language.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. Is there a way that you and I can have a plane 13 conversation?
There's a knob on the machine that will do it for us.
What?